Nintendo just confirmed a Zelda film, and no, I'm not talking about the show back in 1989.
Excuse me, princess.
This movie is set to be live action, which will probably worry a bunch of fans, but we'll talk about why soon. So, Nintendo posted on their X account, "This is Miyamoto, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the names wrong. I have been working on the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda for many years now with Avi Arad-san, who has produced many mega-hit films." And they also stated, "I have asked Avi-san to produce this film with me, and we have now officially started the development of the film with Nintendo itself heavily involved in the production. It will take time until its completion, but I hope you look forward to seeing it." So, Miyamoto has actually produced some titles like The Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and some other big titles. And he also produced the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which also just recently came out. And that's kind of cool because we've just had the Mario movie, and now we're going to have a Zelda movie, and they're both Nintendo. So I think he will be the right man to be in charge of this film, because if he's already have experience with the Mario movie, I'm sure he can nail the Zelda movie. So will this movie be good or bad? Well, because Miyamoto is from Nintendo and he's working so closely with Sony Pictures, I think it could have a chance at being good. I'm sure Nintendo will make sure to nail the casting down and the writers will be on top of it. And on top of that, Avi Arad for Sony Pictures, I've done some research and he's worked on lots of projects. One of them being the Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man series. And he's also worked on a lot more superhero films, which that genre doesn't really sound like something that would go too well with Zelda, but again, I think Nintendo can be on top of it and just get the plot done correctly. At least I hope. The other thing is that Miyamoto and Sony have said that they have worked on this film for many years now, so that provides us with more hope that they were taking the time to make this a good film and not rushing it like maybe some of Marvel's recent projects. Okay, so next for the bad. What could make this movie bad? Well, there's actually a lot of things. Number one, it's a live-action film. When you say a Zelda movie, I think people more imagine it to be something that's animated and not live action, maybe how the Mario movie was. But that's not the case for this, because they are in fact doing it in live action. With live action, it's harder because you need the actor or actress to look the part, and they gotta sound it too. And in doing animation, you don't have to look the same because your face is not shown, obviously, because it's animated. Of course, you still have to sound like the character, but that's another thing. Link does not talk in any of these Zelda games, and that is part of the lore, that is part of his character of the Zelda franchise. So I can see two different groups of people. They're gonna want Link to talk, because how could you make a movie successful without any dialogue in it? And there's also gonna be the group of Zelda fans that will get upset if they do decide to make Link talk in it. Where I fall in that category, it's a tough one. I don't think Link should talk. I think they should figure out another way to do it, but like, if they have to make him talk, just get him a good actor at least. It also depends on what the plot line they're going to do. Are they going to base it off on some of the older Zelda games like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask? Or newer like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, or even older than that? Or could they do something entirely new? In the Mario movie, and spoilers ahead if you haven't watched it, they did a storyline that never happened in the games. They had two brothers in the real world who were transported through a magical pipe to different worlds. Luigi got separated from Mario and landed with Bowser, and Mario landed in the Mushroom Kingdom where Princess Peach lives. In the movie, Mario is rescuing Luigi, and in the games he rescues Peach. So this is sort of similar to Zelda, because in the Zelda franchise, Zelda is always needing saving, and Link has to, like, save Hyrule, but obviously the princess too. So it'll be interesting to see what Nintendo decides to do for the movie, but maybe ultimately they'll just do something like the Mario movie where they don't get rid of Zelda, and maybe she'll be like a bigger character, who knows. Another thing is, earlier back in the year, we got a rumor that we weren't done with Zelda for 2023, and this was from someone who has gotten a lot of things right before. So this got a lot of people thinking, and then the rumor also said that it wasn't anything to do with Tears of the Kingdom. And now we know there's not going to be a DLC, so we can definitely confirm that. So if you're new to Zelda, or just here because you're here about the movie, Nintendo launched the release of Tears of the Kingdom in early May. It's a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild, and I highly recommend playing it if you haven't, because it's a really good game. Anyways, the rumor may have not meant another Zelda game, as we have not gotten any information on that in the September Nintendo Direct, and we're almost done with this year. So, I mean, who knows, maybe Nintendo will surprise us with another Direct this year, but I think it's highly likely that the Zelda rumor was about this movie. Miyamoto also said that the movie will take time to complete, concluding it will come out later, so not in 2023, but probably a late 2024 or 2025 release. As for casting, we don't know anyone yet, as this is a very early announcement, but I'm curious to know who you would want to act as Link, Zelda, or Ganondorf, or any of the other characters. And yes, I've seen that thing with Tom Holland, those rumors, just, no. He's a great Spider-Man, but I don't think he should be cast as Link. Anyways, that's going to do it for the video. I will provide more updates on the Zelda movie if any new information is released. Of course, I will get back to my other videos of actually playing the game and my story Zelda text videos, mainly the Koga series. You guys all voted to have real actors instead of AI, so I will try my best to find fitting voices, and I've already worked on the script for the next Koga video, so yeah, make sure to go check that out when that's there. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new to the channel. That said, also comment what are your thoughts on the new Zelda movie, and I'll see you all in my next video.